What are we going to be looking at? Well, we're going to first of all look at why we actually need to have this sectoral risk assessment and what the SRA actually says about it and the emerging risks that they actually see for law firms over this next period of time, this 1 to 2 years. We'll have a look at the practice-wide risk assessment and the emerging risks that we need to consider when we're putting together our practice-wide risk assessment. We'll look at what the SRA is seeing. They're very proactive in the supervision at the moment, and they've given us some very specific things to note, things that they're seeing, things that we can improve on, for example. We'll have a look at what the risks are in the legal sector, and in particular, looking at the 5 key points, the 5 areas that we look at as we put together our practice-wide risk assessment. The SRA feel that the sanctions regime will continue to grow, and we will be seeing a lot more about it in the next and foreseeable future. People and entities that are on the list will try to use law firms who've got weak controls. So what they're trying to find, the criminals out there, are firms and people who work in those firms who maybe are not just doing all of the checks that they should be doing, or maybe just not collecting enough evidence or CDD. And so they will try to use those firms that have got weak controls in place. So we want to have everybody up to date and up to speed with the sanctions regime. There's some really good guidance from the SRA, which I've put a link to there, but also in the Law Society of Scotland's AML toolkit, which I find really, really useful for a lot of things. There is a frequently asked questions section, which is all around sanctions, and it's a really good place to go. If you've got a few questions and you're trying to work out some of the answers, go and have a look there first, because they've got an awful lot of information in that toolkit in the frequently asked questions section.